about these cool art pieces in a minute. We've got the founder and executive director of Taking It Global, Jennifer Corriero, here, and the national project manager for Taking It Global, Annika Waddell. Good to have you both here.
Great to be here.
Tell me about Taking It Global. What is it?
All right, Taking It Global is a nonprofit organization based here in Toronto, and we help young people understand and act on the world's greatest challenges. We design projects and we run programs across the country, but also around the world. And there's 3 key words that each project focuses on, which is to create inspiration, information, and involvement.
Nice. I love that. Why do you think it's important that youth get involved in these things? I mean, that's heavy stuff. We were just talking about a heavy subject for youth, but global issues are heavy too. So
yeah,
why do they need to do it?
I mean, if young people don't feel, we just heard earlier the sense of hope, then it can create a lot of social problems, and it's really important that young people grow up recognizing that the world is theirs to create. And so when you realize, I see a problem and there's something I can actually do about it, and if there's opportunities for young people to just express themselves and to be encouraged to create solutions and to dream and imagine, that is going to create a very vibrant society, not just for young people, but for everybody.
You're right, and it creates leaders of tomorrow.
Yep.
So you've got a great event that's coming up at the end of the month, and it's at Carla Avenue. What's the building called again?
It's House of Moments.
House of
386
Moments.
Carla.
That's right. Tell me about it. What's this event going to be?
So National Projections is a celebration, if you will, of all of the young emerging artists in Canada. And so we're really trying to create this interactive experience for not only artists, but really everyone is welcome to come out and contribute to the panel discussion, the art battle session, the interactive art display, and also the exhibit that we're going to have there.
And the artwork comes from where?
The artwork comes from all across the country. So we actually ran this national contest. We ran this over the past year. We had over 700 submissions. There were top winners. What you see here are 2 pieces that'll be featured as part of the installation.
But there are so many more.
There are so many more, yeah.
I was looking at some of them online. They're remarkable.
They're wonderful.
And the age group of the artists is roughly what?
13 to 30.
Wow.
Yeah, and we received over 700 submissions, which is quite remarkable.
Wow, and I gotta say, these are deep. These things are deep. So tell me about this one here.
So that one is actually one of my favorites. She's one of the top 26 that have been part of this traveling exhibit across Canada. We've exhibited in every province and territory in Canada. And this one is by Aurora Johnsgard, and she's actually from Whitehorse, Yukon.
Wow.
And she's depicting an experience that she had growing up in Whitehorse. It's actually called Andy's Trapline, and this is Andy here.
We got the wrong one on camera. This is the one you're talking about, right?
This one here.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's the one.
So start again. She's depicting a
So it's called Andy's Trapline, and that's her father there with a wolverine that he's caught in his trap.
Ooh.
And she's got her brother there. He's part of the junior national ski team. And it's basically an expression of how her father told her or taught her to appreciate the boreal forest around her and the animals and the, just a very beautiful Canadian experience of the North.
It's a snapshot of her life.
Yeah.
All right, and then this one.
So this one here is one of my personal favorites. It's by Alana Corriero. She's based in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And this is called I Love Our Potential. And it actually reminds me back when I was 18 and I was looking at my own hands, just imagining my dreams and visions. And this is really what this photograph is about. It's about examining our own potential as individuals, and in particular,
what can these hands create?
Yes.
What can I do with what I've been given?
Yes.
Ooh, I hadn't read that into it. But now that I know it's there, I'm getting shivers. It's amazing. Because we start to reflect now on our own lives when we look at it. Yeah. So we'll be able to enjoy all this amazing art by really talented young artists. And then there's something called the Art Challenge.
The Art Battle.
Art Battle.
So Art Battle, for those Torontonians that have never gone before, it's organized by these 2 guys, Simon and Chris, who organize these events not only in Toronto but across Canada, and they're live competitive painting sessions. So you've got 6 or 8 artists that are there at their canvas, and they've got 20 minutes to create something really exciting, and people can walk around, the audience can walk around and see these beautiful paintings come to life, and at the end they vote for their favorite piece. The artwork is auctioned off, and it's really a benefit to the the artists, but also everyone involved. And so, yeah, so Art Battle has partnered with us, and they're going to be doing one round with artists that are going to focus on the theme of Canadian identity, of course.
Yeah, Canadian identity. We struggle with that, don't we?
Well, and that's really what this project is about. It's about art, it's about young people, and it's focusing on how do we identify as Canadians? What is your experience? What's your relationship to Canada? And to realize that we all have a different experience and each are valid. Some have been born here, some have come from abroad. There's also pieces that speak to sort of mixed backgrounds, and some have roots from each region of the world.
That is wild. So there's also a social media component to all of this,
There
right?
is.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we even listed a Toronto artist. He's from Pakistan originally, but he works in Toronto. His name is Faisal Anwar, and he's created this beautiful interactive tweet garden, as he calls it, that looks like it's a digital projection. It's a tree, and what we invite people to do is to tweet in their Canadian defining moment to the hashtag CDNMoments, and they can say, growing up in the Yukon and trapping with my father, CDN moments, and that appears as part of this tweet garden. It morphs into a leaf, and everyone across Canada can see this. Yeah.
And then that leaf appears on the tree.
Part of
on the tree, and you can click the leaf and you can take a look at it.
Yeah.
What a beautiful way to display, because they don't look that pretty when you're doing a tweet.
Yeah.
But to display them in such a beautiful way, that is art, isn't it?
Yes, that is a
That's
piece of
wonderful.
art in itself.
So people can tweet in now, or they can the night of, if they can join us in Toronto at House of Moments. There'll be a computer set up where people can tweet in their defining moments. So it'll be ongoing.
Wow.
And I just want to say, too, it's not just for young people. We want to invite everyone to come out on January 31st. So while we're focusing on celebrating youth creativity, it's for all ages to enjoy.
We go online, we get tickets that way, we register for it that way?
Yeah, you can do registration. Also, I want to point out, it's free.
Yay!
Yeah, no tickets needed.
Everyone is welcome. We do have an RSVP link, so people can go online, CanadianMoments.ca, and find out exactly how they can register.
Nice. And some of the stuff is going to be going on the road, too, as part of a traveling exhibit.
Well, that's the thing. So this is actually one of a traveling exhibit that has gone and will have gone to every single province and territory across the country. Each exhibit has a local flavor, so they're slightly unique.
So get all the info at CanadianMoments.ca.
Yes. Right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
what
for
a
having
fun
me.
event at the end of this month. After the break, all about the new Rogers TV program, Building Toronto.